This segment of Delmarva Life is brought to you by State Farm Insurance.
Well, if you're the parent of a teen who drives, like me, you probably don't sleep at night until you hear the car pull into the driveway. And with good reason. State Farm reports motor vehicle crashes are the #1 cause of death among teens in the U.S. And a teenager's first year on the road is their most dangerous. You can't make them stay home, and they probably don't want you in the passenger seat taking note of every move they make when they drive, but there is a way to monitor their driving habits. And here to tell us more is State Farm Insurance agent Greg Riddell of Salisbury. Thanks for joining us. We've both been there, you know, and these statistics really are scary, aren't they?
Yeah, I was actually talking to one of our actuaries, the guys who make these rates and analyze the statistics. He told me at the time, this was years ago, that the odds of a 16-year-old having an accident in the year they're 16 is over 80%.
Wow, that is kind of scary.
Very.
So whether you're a parent of someone who's learning to drive, or maybe a teen who just got their driver's license, State Farm really has a lot of resources, like RoadAware. Tell me what that is.
RoadAware is a computer simulation. It's a very effective way to introduce teens to driving in a safe environment so they can get on it. It's probably a little better than a NASCAR video game in terms of getting them to learn what you want them to learn. We're trying to focus them on scanning the horizon, looking for oncoming obstacles, making sure that they're prepared when an accident doesn't mean they're going to go to the hospital.
Right, so they anticipate hazards and things that might come up.
Yeah, we used to call it defensive driving, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay, next we have road trips. What is that?
Road trips is it's a plot. You and I went through this with every time we had to teach our kids something. Mm-hmm. You feel like you're doing it for the first time in a lot of situations. Well, and driving's no different. Road trips is a way to kind of create a lesson plan. So you map out what you're trying to get accomplished in advance, lay out a specific path to go down so that they uncover all the things they need to do, and at the same time then they debrief it and they log it. And the nice part from your perspective is, if they log all this stuff, they've done all the pre-requirements to get a substantial discount called Steer Clear with State Farm. It's almost 30% in Maryland.
Okay, learn, plan, drive, and log. Sounds good.
And save.
And save, yeah, save, like that part. And as we always say, there's an app for that. State Farm actually has an app for all drivers, not just teen drivers.
Yeah, driver feedback is really interesting. It's an app you can put on any Android or any iPad, iPhone, any device. Put it on the seat beside you, keep it level, and as you drive through the drive that you're making, if you're running it, it'll give you a score for braking, acceleration, cornering, things like that, on a numerical score from 1 to 100. I actually did this to my son. He was 20 years old at the time, but I got bored as I was going through the trip. I wanted to surprise him with what his score was. And unfortunately, I was playing a flight simulator at the time doing this because I was bored. And he's still mad at me for giving him a 12.
Oh, yeah, out of 100.
Out of 100.
Oh, because you were moving it around. Okay. And then you were talking about saving before. You have another program called Drive Safe and Save. Tell me about that.
Really neat for young parents, but for anybody again. There are some features you get. It's a partnership agreement between us and Verizon. You have a subscription agreement with Verizon that allows you to have this GPS device installed in the diagnostic port in the car. We help you with that. It's really simple. But the point is, you get notifications if the car needs to go into the shop. You get help if the car's stolen, they can locate it. If there's an accident, automatic crash notification to the authorities. But from a teen driver parenting standpoint, what's really cool is you can establish an account with them and you'll be able to see where the car is at any given time. You'll know if it's driven outside certain speed parameters or outside geographic parameters that you, the parent, set. You're going to get a text message that tells you where the car was and how much it is. I know a lot of teen drivers are thinking that sounds really big brother-ish, but I know an awful lot of parents are thinking that's good parentish.
Yeah, exactly. When you're a teen, I'm big brother.
There you go.
All right. Good information.
Good
a lot of good resources from State Farm. Greg, thank you so much. And of course, if you would like to learn more about any of these tools from State Farm, visit our website, delmarvalife.com, and click on the show tab.